America is receiving her apostles, prophets, and evangelists, but it has not yet seen her Nazirites.
I got that Nazirite DNA. I said that Nazirite DNA. Cause I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. Yeah, I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. Yeah, I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. Yeah, I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite. I'm a Nazirite.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Nazirites Rising. We're continuing our discussion on natural healing and health. And once again, we have Beza with us, the lovely East African queen. Yeah, so we had a great time last episode. We're just talking a little bit about who she is, where she's from. Yes, from Ethiopia, came over to the States when you were about 14, right? Or is it 13?
14 years ago.
Yeah. 14 years ago. Okay,
yeah.
Got it. And then just what her life has been like, walking with the Lord throughout, young adult years and now mom life. Mm-hmm. And then also how the Lord has just given us just ways to walk in health on a daily basis. And, he is the miracle working God, so he does perform miracles. I've been healed before miraculously. He and not just that, but he died so that we can be whole. And so that means like mentally in our minds, psychologically, emotionally, physically, and ultimately spiritually. And so, but just to maintain like everyday life and to maintain our physical bodies, the Lord has just given us different things to do, and a lot of it has to do with the food we eat, the drinks that we drink, the oils that we can use, and then from there, there's just different elements and healing properties that he's put into all these things to make us healthy and well. And I like what you said last episode about how you said that God is the creator, and that when he created a lemon, he made the DNA of that lemon to bring healing property to us as human beings. And it was just really good. I liked it. But in all the different things that he's made, there's healing properties in a lot of it for us. And so I know some people had asked questions just about seeking out healing emotionally from our last segment on sexuality, and then talking about emotionally and even just physically. And so I thought, this would be a perfect time to start talking about health and healing and wellness. And so just starting off, I just wanted to just let everyone know that, first of all, that Jesus is the healer, So if there's anything that you're currently struggling with, you have any ailments, they're physical, you can pray and you can ask, and God will just heal you from those things. We talked a little bit about James chapter 5 last episode. That just says that, the Lord just gives different things that you can do to be healed. One is to pray. It's verse 14 through 16, the 5th chapter of James. But he says that the prayer offered up in faith brings healing. So you can go to the leaders of your church, have them anoint you with oil. They can lay hands on you and pray. You can confess your sins, and you can be healed. So it's just saying that prayer, basically partnered with faith, brings about healing. And so that's our first go-to with anything, is just ask the Lord to heal you, and he will. But then everyday life, just maintenance and making good choices and knowing what we can do when we're sick or when we have an ailment, and what oil to pull from or what food to eat is also very important. So I'm going to have Beza share with us just a little bit about oils. I know I did a little bit of research on my own, and I found out about oils and that they are they offer off aromas. So this right here is a diffuser, which T will talk about in a little bit later. But the oils themselves, they're called essential oils. And they are the aromatic volatile liquid that's distilled from plants or seeds or roots, flowers, shrubs, or trees. And each plant can have hundreds of different molecular chemical compounds in them. So even though it might be sage or it might be rosemary or frankincense or lemon, but there's all these different chemical compounds in that one plant or shrub, and that was new to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. But then also besides that, the Bible references oils and different types of oils over 188 times. And so clearly, for sake of we're not going to go through all that today, but I just wanted you to share a little bit. So how, can you tell us how oils work? Like what do you do with them? Do I eat it? Do I put it on my skin? Or how do I get started? This is like if I'm just new straight from the beginning, never used it before, what do I do?
All right, so just even with oils, like I mentioned on the other episode, that there are different places to get them. So I'm so fortunate in getting my oils from a company called Young Living, and also I represent them, and I help educate people about Young Living. So the reason
so why did you choose Young Living as opposed to other oils?
Yeah, so they've been around for a little more than 22 years, almost 23 years. Okay. And it's a therapeutic, 100% pure therapeutic grade. And so the founder, Gary Young, like when he started this, people were like, oh, it's fake oils. They weren't like into it. And now everyone and their mom are using oils. And the reason I chose with this company is A, it's been around for a long time. And B, like they just care for the environment and for the plant, and they do a great job of sourcing the oil, distilling it, and putting it in a bottle, and like shipping it to me. So like I know when I'm getting this is a lemon oil. When I have this lemon oil, it's just lemon rind. No, it's just lemon. It's not filled with other things. It's lemon. And they say about 75. It takes 75 oils to fill this 15 milliliter bottle. And I have I'm pretty sure I have peppermint here. It's about
75 lemons for that bottle?
75 the rinds of the lemon. It's rind. Not like they don't squeeze it. And
God, I was like, that's a lot of lemon juice.
Yeah.
But okay,
well,
I get it.
Even when you're using it, it's so potent. So like when you're using it with children, my daughter Mercy, I would not put, I always dilute it with coconut oil or olive oil before putting it on her skin, or almond oil. You just don't, you have to dilute it for children. Even for myself though, I just love putting it on my skin or, on my hair product. I can mix it with other things, and I don't always necessarily have to dilute it, especially if I'm wearing Stress Away as a perfume. I just open the bottle, smell it. Oh, love it. It's called Stress Away, and I'm not stressed
out anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
That
does smell really good.
Yeah, and so you just drop it into your hands and clockwise motion, and just just put it rub it around your neck, or it's just Stress Away is a blend of different things. So and we have single oils and blend oils. That's kind of why I chose Young Living, because it's just pure oil, and they do their research, and they care for the environment, and they don't use pesticides. If a land has used a pesticide, they would not even get oils from there, and they're very particular on when to source the plant. Like lavender, it has to be at a peak time, and the sun has to be it's just awesome how much intensity and how much research goes behind it.
Okay. Wow, that is very very particular, They're very meticulous with their things. Well, that's good to hear. So what type of ailments are used to kind of, or what type of ailments can the oils help heal? You know what I mean? So if I have a headache, do I use one? Or if I have a broken bone, or am I stressed out? I know you have stress. That one's kind of clear. So how do you know what type of oil to use when? That's
a good question. I think there are different resources out out there. There's a resource called Essential Oils Pocket Reference, and you can buy that, and you'll be able to even like read what you can use oils for, and how like what an oil, like even like smelling like peppermint can like trigger some emotions from the past of like your mom, or like I think it was like for me, like when my mom makes tea, like, or just it just reminds me of like the kind of tea that we drink, you know, like you associate things with different things. So like the way clove may work for me may not be the same way that it would work for you. Cause like, you know, we just have different, like we're just made differently, and like different oils will bring us different results.
Benefits or something? Yeah. Okay. All right. So have you noticed any differences like in your life since you've been using oils, or any differences in people's lives that buy oil from you? Like, you know what I mean? Any health benefits or mental clarity or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's energy is probably one of the one of the most talked, like a lot of people talk about, like even after using oils, they have more energy, or if they're diffusing it at night, they sleep better because lavender is very calming. And
that's really real. That I got the lavender when both my husband and I were having a hard time sleeping, and our baby was teething, and so I got the lavender and put it on everyone's pillow, and we slept hard, like through the night.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, we're getting lavender.
We're getting lavender.
That was no joke. But
it's interesting that you put it on your pillow, and like I think that's why I love the diffuser too, because there are different kind of diffusers that Young Living sells, but like we're used to like some, like when we're doing our bedtime routine, I would put like lavender and cedarwood, so like my daughter will almost like transition her mind in our room so she can like, no, it's bedtime, you know? So like different smells, like you associate it with different things. So
that's a good idea.
It's interesting that like lavender helped your family to to get your beauty rest.
Yes, we all need a beauty rest. Yes. And it really worked. So there are different kinds of diffusers. So can you talk a bit about a diffuser and what it does? I know there's one right here that's running, and it's been great for the show. I love the smell of it, and it's came in like a little bit tired, and it kind of woke me right up. You know, I feel super alert. And so can you just tell people how this works?
So I believe it's like maybe 60 milliliter water that you put in here, and then drop a couple drops of essential oils, and it just diffuses. It just breaks it into like little particles, and it gets it into us. So like we're breathing it in right now, even as it is being diffused, you know. So that's what a diffuser is, and a diffuser and a humidifier are two different things. A lot of people think that they're the same. And it's like, no, you're not meant to put oils in a humidifier, because humidifier is not meant to break the oil particles and put them out. Like humidifier is just like, it's meant to put humidify the water for you. Does that make sense? So like it's made, like the diffuser is made differently. Like so you can aromatically. So there are three ways of using oils. Aromatically, and when I'm talking about oils, I'm talking about Young Living essential oils. I can't speak for the other oils because I personally would not put other brand oils on my body because I don't trust where they source their oils from, right? And so you can put it on your skin, so topically. You can ingest it. I know people who who use rosemary. I have rosemary here to to use it in food. I personally use like basil. Like when I'm making like spaghetti sauce, I would throw oregano, basil, and oregano, basil, thyme, tarragon. So you can use oil, like you can use these oils as you're cooking too. So that's amazing. You know, that's awesome too.
You know, earlier you made, well, I'm pregnant. So for those of you who don't know on the show, but earlier I was feeling so nauseous, and you had some like snack that you made with some oils that were mixed in, and it helped. It helped really well. I mean, I don't know what you put in it, but it was good.
Awesome.
So that was my first time ingesting oils. Before I just used them topically. But yeah, it was. I'm just like a walking testament to that was good and it works.
That's awesome. And even when you're pregnant, you also have to be careful and not ingesting all oils. So like your health practitioner, like you know, talk to you know, before you take them in, and you got to be careful, you know.
Yeah, you can't just take anything or everything. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for example, I didn't ingest any of my oils when I was pregnant with my daughter. But I used, this is funny, I don't even know why I'm sharing this on Iowa television. It's not, it's like, I don't even know why I'm sharing this on national television. But no, like I used basil and fennel to help me like keep up with my milk supply when I was nursing. And so it did help. Like the days that I would go to work, I would take some basil and fennel, and that stuff would just help me get through the day, and it was awesome. I mean, not get through the day, but like I would I actually, there was a difference in my milk supply when I pumped, you know. And so you know, so I use it on my daughter again, like I said, but I dilute it all the time. I like never put straight up lavender on her. Like that's just not, I have to dilute it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's great. So she tells us Young Living. Can you tell us a little bit about bridge? So like how is using the oils like a bridge into natural living?
Yeah, that's a good question. I heard that quote recently from an author named Sarah Harnish, and she's been a Young Living user, and she's just awesome. And like a lot of my generation or our generation is like into kombucha or into.
I love kombucha.
I do too. I do love kombucha, but I don't know how to make it, or like probiotics, or just we're like into natural things, right? So it's like everybody wants to have a natural way of life, but honestly, sometimes it could be like so overwhelming, and it's like, where do I start? And I heard a study, like there's a study, like I don't know who, I don't remember the source of it, but they talk about even in the morning before we leave our house, we have like 80 chemicals introduced to us by the makeup that we use, the toothpaste that we use, the shampoo and conditioner, and the soap that we use. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of that. So it's like essential oil. It's like almost like brings natural way of like cleaning yourself or bringing those things to your life without you like almost being immersed with chemicals, you know? And it's overwhelming to become natural, but to have a natural living and be like, oh my gosh, there's chemicals, I'm going to purge everything in my house. But it's like, no, start from something. Like start from your conditioner, or start from your toothpaste, or start from your like kitchen, like, you know, like just doing things one thing at a time. And like I feel like these are a natural, they just bring, like I'm not making essential oils, I'm just getting them packed in a bottle and they will come to my house, and like I have them, you know, like it's not like I have to like invent something or make them, or I have to research some, you know, research something. And like kombucha, like it takes 3 weeks before, or I don't know the process. You guys make them, yeah. So it just takes a while before you ingest it or before you have the natural healing process, you know. But with oils, you could just, like Young Living will ship them to your home, you know.
Right.
So,
right. You get it all kind of packaged to you. Okay. So say someone does want to get started. I know you have a starter kit, but like first of all, how can they contact you? And then from there, how would they get started? Like, what does a starter kit look like? How can they get it? Okay.
So my link and my name, my email address, my phone number will be on the screen. So my email address is bezatefera@gmail.com. BEZATEFERA@gmail.com. F as in Frank. Sometimes my F and S sound similar. And then they can also call me 615831041. And so the starter kit comes with a diffuser and 11 different oils. 11 different oils that are this size. So it has frankincense, it has pan away, stress away, peppermint, lemon, lavender. And then the cool thing too is like that you will have me, I want to be your oil bestie. Like I want you to come ask me questions, and I want to give you some recipes I use, and introduce you to like more oil community that I have. Just bouncing ideas off of one another is like wonderful, you know?
Yeah.
For example, I'm holding pan away. Like a lot of athletes use this after their workouts, and it feels like awesome on their bodies. Like, I'm not an athlete, so I don't really know. But, you know, like, even saying, like, someone can say, oh, my husband is a triathlete. It's like, well, I'm not a triathlete, but I know triathletes use this, and this is how they use it. So even having that community is like a huge deal, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And then, so I know you also have a Young Living member number. So if someone is already familiar with Young Living, can they look that up as well?
Yeah, so they can go to www.youngliving.com. And I always say choose to become a member rather than a retail customer, because when you become a member, it's like the starter kit gives you your set of crayons, like what you need. Like the 11 oils are, think of them like the basic set of crayons that you have that you can, you know, they were very thoughtful in like giving us the things that they did. So my member number is 150-2700, and the phone number. The member number again is 150-2700. And yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I want to get started. I want a starter kit, but like, is it okay that we live in different states? Like,
absolutely.
I live in Iowa, you live in Minnesota right now.
Yes.
But I can still contact you and you can ship me what I need?
Young Living will ship you what you need.
Okay, so
like you'll enroll with Young Living, and Young Living will send you what you need. And the beautiful part of it is, like, some people are like, well, Beza, like $160 maybe a lot, or I won't be able to, like, I don't have it right now, but it's like I can tell you how to get your oils for free as well, because you know you can do what I'm doing, and you'll be able to. Young Living will send you a referral check when someone, like when your mom or when your friend chooses to buy, when you introduce the starter kit to your friend. Does that make sense? And when your friend chooses to.
So there's kind of like, so it's like a perk. Say if someone that you know recommend someone, they'll give you like a kickback where you'll get some stuff.
They will give you money. They'll write you a check.
Oh, they'll write you a check.
They'll write you a check.
Hey, I don't have any problems with that.
Yeah. So
I'll definitely take a check.
Yeah. Definitely take a check. I'll appreciate paying away, but the check is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take both of them. Okay, so if I get a starter kit, you said that it costs how much?
$160. There are different options for a diffuser. Love this diffuser. It's called the Dewdrop. And you can read about the diffusers as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I have this diffuser, and it diffuses for 4 hours, and we also have another diffuser that diffuses for 8 hours.
Okay.
So the prices vary for that one, but this $160 diffuser works amazing. Well, the set is $160. I apologize. And as a retail member, you would not be able to buy, this starter kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in order to buy the starter kit, you have to become a
member.
Okay.
It will say on there.
And but that still costs $160.
Correct.
Okay. So you get the diffuser and you get how many oils?
11 5-milliliter oils.
Okay. Okay, and those will last for a while though. Still, the 5 milliliters.
So there are about 80 drops in these, 75 to 80 drops. So it depends how much you use them. I use a lot. Even like when I diffuse, I'm like, yeah, put like, 5 to 6 drops of peppermint in there. But honestly, like 3 to 4 is sufficient too.
Okay, yeah, I use less when I use it, but yeah, because I know when we get those size bottles, they last us for a while.
Yes.
But okay, I think that's a good deal. So we can contact you that way. So would I need to buy any additional products though? So if I get the starter kit, and then like time goes by, like say you run out, or maybe you want an oil that's not in the starter kit, what do you do with that? I just contact you, and
because you'll have your own account, you can order it through Young Living.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Okay.
But you can always contact me to ask me questions. And the awesome thing about Young Living is they also have a supplement line. And so that's just a whole nother conversation that I didn't bring today. But you can check out the supplements that your doctor recommends. You can see if you can, get them from there too, which is awesome.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that they also offered supplements.
They do.
Okay. Is there anything else that you kind of want to share with us about the oils, or Anything that I haven't really thought to ask that you think is really pertinent information?
Let's see. Just for children, dilute. Like you always need to dilute it for kids.
Okay.
And and take it easy. Like take it slow. Like even do your research. Do your research on the different brands, and like I promise you and I guarantee you, Young Living will stand out, and like Living has an awesome reputation. Like what else? I don't know. I think we've like hit all the
basics.
All the basics, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, but I learned a lot. That was really informative, and not to mention like the whole studio smells awesome with this with this diffuser. And besides that, I'm really intrigued that there's there's 188 Bible verses that talk about oils. Mm-hmm. So now it's like my antenna went up. I just want to go and find out about those verses. I can think of some on top of my head, but it's just I don't know. It's just very interesting.
Think about it. Like Mary got a present, and what was in the present?
Yeah,
myrrh and frankincense.
Yeah.
And the awesome thing is, Young Living carries frankincense oil and myrrh oil.
Yeah, I love the frankincense one. Oof, it's so good.
Use that one for after I had my daughter and bath. Amazing, Yeah. And it's really good for skin too. Like I'm wearing, like my coconut oil with lavender and frankincense. That's the only thing that I have on my face right now, and my red lipstick, obviously. But
Yeah, and you always have great skin.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mhm. Seriously, yeah. Like you don't wear any foundation or anything like that, but your skin's always like on point.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm like blushing right now, turning purple.
Throwing it out there. Yeah, you do. The Ethiopian queen shining through.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Okay, well, that's all that we have for today. So I just want to encourage everyone, if you're interested in getting oils, you're interested in natural living, start to research some of these Bible references. We talked a little bit about James, but there's plenty others. You can contact Beza. You can email her. You can call her. You can go on the Young Living site via her member ID. You can, just do some research on your own. But besides that, we just really want everyone to be happy and to be whole. Mm-hmm. And, it's really hard to just have a really satisfying, peaceful life when you're sick in your body or something hurts you or, or if it's internal, like maybe no one knows, but you have a stomach problem or a heart problem, and it can really wear on you. But it's like Jesus died so that we can have life, and we can have life abundantly, life to the full. Mm-hmm. And so part of that abundant life, and part of the reason that Jesus shed his blood was that so that we can walk in health and in wellness and wholeness. Mm-hmm. And, and adding to that, it's like, yes, he died for our sorrows. Yes, he died for our sin. Yes, he died for our physical bodies. He died for our spiritual, for our spirits, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's like all in all, he wants us to be in perfect peace and perfect wholeness. So, if you have a physical ailment, we're just going to close out with prayer that Jesus would heal you. And that, as he heals you, that you would seek out to maintain that healing with a healthy lifestyle, mm-hmm. which has to do with what we eat, what we drink, the oils that we use, because really God gave everything that we need mm-hmm. for wholeness and happiness when he made the world. Like he made the planet for us, Mm-hmm. So if we eat the right things and we use the right oils and we pray and stay connected to him, like we will be good. Mm-hmm. So Amen. I'm gonna close this out. Do you wanna pray a little bit and then I'll close this out?
No, you can pray.
I can just do it.
Yeah.
That's just fine. All right. So Lord, we thank you for today, and I ask that you would just touch anyone watching this show, God, who has any sickness or pain in their bodies, or even mentally, God. Or emotionally and psychologically. I pray that you would just release your healing. Mm-hmm. God, I thank you that I've encountered a healer in many thousands upon thousands of other people have as well. So I just pray, God, that you would release your spirit and that peace would dwell in people's homes and on people's bodies, that you would just heal people's necks right now and people's mm-hmm. backs. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's someone watching the show right now that the Lord is healing your neck right now, and there's like you feel a tingling almost in the back of your neck, and that's the Lord's presence, and He's healing you. And someone else who has a lower back issue, that the Lord is healing you of that right now too. And so sometimes, you know, when the Lord is performing His work and His healing, you can feel it on your body, and it feels like icy hot, or you'll feel like heat or something in there. Just know that's His presence. And so I just agree, God, with those healings and anything else that you're doing in people's bodies right now, in people's minds, God. We just agree with it and we bless them. And just ask that your peace would rest on their homes.
Yes,
so we
Lord.
thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
That's all we have for today. We will see you guys next time. Thank you, Beza.
You're welcome.
Lord, use me like Elijah, like you did Isaiah, like John the Baptist. Fill me with your spirit, help me to lead the way. I got that DNA, I'm a Nazirite, and Jesus is the only way. And I don't want religion, help me to seek your face. Take away that compromising spirit and the taste of Jezebel, and let my locks grow. Free me from the sin that got the nations in the box.